Mark Newman, please, no matter what anyone says, don't let Callen bring back dropping knowledge, but do bring back those old on-it ads. Dolce way, hey, hey, hey. Yeah, I hear you. Callen's just getting older, man, and he likes to drop knowledge, and it's just part of the thing. I couldn't stop it if I tried, you know? Dropping knowledge isn't even a segment. It's just Callen. It's just what he does. So he's just going to do it. There's nothing to do. Fernando says, Brendan, the other day you were ranting about Dana White and his lackluster fight announcement and how good the UFC fans had it back in the day. Yeah, that's true. Well, guess what, my guy? You basically described the fight and the kid. You guys used to sing and do funny bits. Ooh, I like this, Fernando. Let's get into it. Well, guess what, my guy? You basically described fighting the kid. You guys used to sing and do funny bits. You guys had super high energy levels. Now the moment Bryan tries to do a bit, you interrupt him or somebody don't put any effort into following the bit. You guys seem like you're one episode away from quitting every episode. Crazy enough, still my favorite podcast. Legit point, Fernando. Yeah, I hear you. I would say the difference is between us and Dana White, to your point, is Dana's in cruise control because he made it. We never made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we never made it. We've always been grinding. And I just think the difference is Dana can be in cruise control, and that machine that he has is going to be fine. When it comes to entertainment and what me and Bryan do, it's just like our lives have changed, man. And I hear you. And I struggle with it too. When you talk about energy and just stuff to talk about and we're not as silly, I don't like it either, bud. I know. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what to do. It's not all on Bryan either. It's on me as well. But also, you know, Bryan's damn near 60. We knew this time was going to come. And Bryan's been through some shit, man. And unfortunately, it was out of his control. And it took some of Bryan's light away, you know? And I don't know how to get that back. I don't know if it ever comes back. And some of it's on me too. You know, I'm fucking 42, dude. You know, so the singing and the big dick band and stuff like that, I hear you. The show has changed. And I don't know what we do. And I don't know if you can get back there. It's a different show. The podcast business is different. The lay of the land's different. You know, when we're coming up, especially, I mean, this isn't anything shocking anybody. When it comes to like guests and stuff, it's all dependent on me. It always has been. And when we're in LA and I was at the Comedy Store and the Improv and, you know, in the Ice House and Laugh Factory, I was around comics all the time and I would always book them. And we all lived close and we're one of the only shows in town, right? And then now it's just different. Now, those people that you guys grew up loving or maybe you're introduced to on The Fire and the Kid, they have their own podcast now. They have their own platform. And to be quite frank, they're probably bigger than us now. A lot of those guys blew up. And it's not even that they don't like us. It's just they don't need us anymore. It's just a different time. Like, we were a big platform. And those guys exploded. And it's kind of like, and I get it. It's not that they're bad guys. It's just like, why would I drive out there to do a show when I get more views doing my own thing? So that's how it goes. But I hear you, brother. One episode away from quitting. I don't know if we'd ever quit. I don't have an answer for you. What do you think? Chin, about that guy? And it's a great perspective. It's a good point. You know, I see what he's saying.
Yeah, I think we all agree, though, that when you say the light with Bryan, that kind of went down after everything that happened. But then a lot of stuff happened, and you're also right about everyone's getting older. Like, you know, dude, before when you started, you didn't have Tiger yet, right? When you first started.
Oh, no.
Now you have a full-blown family.
I know.
Bryan has 2 families. Like, things changed. But, I mean, it's cool to evolve into something. You never know what the next few years are going to look like, so it's a fun little ride. Who knows?
Yeah, I think we have to figure it out. Otherwise, it's a sinking ship. And then it's no longer worth for me doing it. You know? Because, like, my mortgage isn't paid off the fighter and the kid. You know? So we do got to figure out. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I do know that
I don't
there's.
know. I know, and Bryan can be, you know, he just has like he's upset. You know, he's upset at the world, and I get it. That's the thing. I get it, dude. I'd be fucking furious too.
Yeah. But there's a point where you have to go through it and then get over it, move on, and it's really hard for him to move on. Like he'll think. I don't know if we're gonna cover this, but he'll hold it inside to where he thinks everyone's thinking a certain way when no one's not even caring about it. They have their own problems in their life, so he has to let that go.
Yeah, and I don't know if he can. You know what he went through
yeah.
and the way people treat him. I don't know if you're ever coming back from it. And then, you know, like I'll know when he comes in if he's like, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck, show's fucked. You know, I'm like, well, here we go.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it. You know, I'll be honest. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this, man.
Yeah. And honestly, we've talked about this before, but people that used to be guests on here that were stoked to be here, and then suddenly they just bounced. At first, I was very, very like, what the fuck? That's so jacked up because, dude, this show has brought so many people so much exposure.
Yeah.
But then if you really sit down and think about it, just like them, they have families, they have these things, and they're just worried about if they're in the entertainment world, you know, they're linked to this. They could love you guys as much as they want, but they need to care about their bottom line, which is them and their families, you know. So I have to let that stuff go too.
I know.
That's life, man.
Yeah. It's a good observation, bud. So I don't know. I didn't answer shit for you there, but I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, so Schaub on the Patreon Q&A. Yeah, he's done with Callen. The interesting thing there at the end, we've seen this before, people. This is how many shows have gone through this, but we'll just bring up Opie and Anthony as the example. I'm trying to figure out who's the Opie in this, though. Because we would all just naturally say Schaub, right? We would all just naturally say, well, Schaub's the Opie in this situation. However, he said something in there and that I kind of agree with Schaub on, and it's one of the complaints Anthony and Jim Norton and everyone had about Opie. And I wonder if Callen is actually the Opie in this situation. Your negative mood is fucking up the vibe of the show. Schaub just said it. There's those days, the second I talk to Bryan, I go, oh, all right, this show is not going to go well. Cumia and Norton would say the same thing about Opie. He would let his bad mood affect the show. And like I've said before, I'm sure when they get to that crappy storage unit, him, Callen, and Schaub and Chin probably have a whole kvetching, bitching section about how everything is everyone else's fault, and Schaub is probably crying the most. But I'll give Schaub the credit. When they turn on the cameras, he gets in the show mode. Whereas Callen, it affects the whole show. And it is kind of, we are at a point of, even me who views the show, and I'm viewing the show as shitting on it, as being Schaub and Chin and fake Landau. Like that episode from the other week, I was like, damn, should someone tell Callen, like, maybe go home or something? Like, in the middle of the show, he just started babbling about how his career was dead. It's pretty funny, though, but for these dudes, it's probably like, yeah, come on, man. What are you doing? We know you're depressed, Callen, and you don't want to be here. But since you don't got the balls to just leave, it is kind of messed up that he is going to force Schaub to just have to end this. That's where we're going with this. And it is Callen kind of forcing him to do it. That is just the situation. It's not, I think Schaub accepted all right, we're not going to hang out outside the show. I thought I was going to be at the comedy mothership every weekend, you know, in the crowd, backstage, hanging out with you. I think Schaub accepted that that's not going to happen. But when it's to the point where he's like, I can't even do the stupid podcast because you're just sitting there miserable, oof, you know it's truly done. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.